For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, shall be able to separate us from the love of God. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. Chosen one, have you ever wondered why it seems so difficult to connect with other people? Is the isolation you feel really a curse, or a gift? Believe me, there is much more at stake than what your eyes can see. The universe has a greater plan for you, and each obstacle along the way is part of the process of polishing your soul. And if you are willing to discover the mysteries of this journey, stay with me. Throughout this video we will explore the depths of your soul, uncovering why you feel different, isolated, and often misunderstood. But remember, none of this is by chance. At the end of this journey, you will understand that everything has a divine reason. 1. Difficult connection with other people. The weight of being authentic. Have you ever wondered why it's so challenging to find people who understand the depth of your essence? Why, while many around you seem to connect with ease, do you seem to walk alone on a road where few can keep up? The truth, chosen one, is that your authenticity is your greatest strength. But it can also be what separates you from the masses. Difficulty connecting isn't about flaws in your personality or lack of social skills. In fact, it goes much further than that. Your energy is authentic, pure, and elevated. When you enter a room, people feel the intensity of that light, and not everyone is ready to receive that. Often, the initial reaction is to walk away, as the energy you carry reveals the shadows of others. You reflect what is truest, and not everyone is ready to see this in themselves. Have you ever wondered why it's so difficult for you to form deep connections with others? Already, if you felt this disconnection, know that it is not a punishment. On the contrary, it is a sign that you are on the right path, resonating at a frequency that cannot be understood by everyone. Comment below if you've been through this and share your experiences. Many of us are on this journey, and sharing our stories is a way to strengthen our spiritual journey. 2. The high vibration that repulses and filters. When you begin to raise your spiritual vibration, you naturally become an energetic filter. This means that your energy refines and intensifies to the point that you begin to attract only what is in harmony with your frequency and repel what is not. Those who are not ready for the truth, authenticity, and light you bring feel uncomfortable in your presence. This discomfort is not intentional, but it is like a natural reaction of the soul that is not prepared to deal with the depth of your vibration. The process of filtering the people around you is completely natural. It's the universe doing its silent work, protecting your spiritual journey and carefully selecting the people who are truly in tune with your soul. Think of it as a divine preservation mechanism. Your high energy acts as a protective barrier, keeping away people, situations, and energies that could impede your growth and your deeper connection with the divine. Chosen one, have you ever noticed how some people just can't stay by your side for long? They may even feel attracted initially as if they were called by your light, by the unique glow you emit. But soon after, without any logical explanation, they retreat, silently move away, as if something inside them says they cannot withstand the intensity of your energy. And here's the key point. This isn't about you, it's not about ego or superiority, but rather an energetic reality. When your frequency rises, you start to vibrate at a level that only attracts what is in resonance. And this removes what is not aligned. Think of your energy as a flame. Those who are ready to walk alongside you in the light will be drawn and will remain, while those who are not ready, who are still dealing with their own shadows, will turn away. Your energy forces you to confront your own blocks, and not everyone is ready to do that. This separation can be painful, especially when it comes to friends, partners, or family. But understand that it is the universe itself removing from your life everything that is no longer necessary for your growth. It is a purification, an alignment that only allows those who can truly accompany you on this journey of ascension to remain by your side. This can be seen as a blessing in disguise, as you often free yourself from superficial, toxic relationships that would drain your energy. It's the universe telling you that you deserve more, that you are prepared for something greater. People are like magnets. When you emit an energy of truth, purity, and authenticity, only those who resonate with this frequency will be able to truly come closer. And this, chosen one, may feel isolating at first, but this solitude has a divine purpose. It protects you from superficial and empty relationships, from bonds that would only be temporary and would not bring any true contribution to your journey. Those who are destined to walk beside you will come, and you will know intuitively who is in tune with your essence. It is not uncommon that, as you raise your vibration, You feel like you have lost important people in your life. This can bring a feeling of emptiness, of questioning whether the spiritual path is worth it. But, chosen one, remember, these losses are necessary for your growth. Spiritual life is a journey that, in many moments, requires detachment. By letting go of what no longer resonates with you, you make room for the new, for deeper and truer connections. Have you ever noticed that, when you are in a process of spiritual growth, some people simply walk away from your life without explanation? This is the divine filter in action. The universe is clearing your path, removing those who are not ready for the journey you are about to take. What appears to be a loss or a rejection is actually a form of release. Those people couldn't accompany you in the new phase you are about to enter. And the higher you are, the clearer the path before you becomes. Chosen, if you've been through this, comment here. Share your experiences, as many of us are experiencing the same. By sharing your story, you also help others understand the process they are going through. This is part of the calling of being a chosen one, to be a light for those who are still searching for answers. Together, we can understand that this journey is one of growth, purification, and alignment with our true essence. 3. Solitude, the path to spiritual awakening. The loneliness you feel, chosen one, is no accident. It is part of a divine plan carefully designed to lead you to your spiritual awakening. While many look at loneliness as a curse or something to be avoided, you will soon learn to see it in a new light. Loneliness is not a punishment, but a calling, a unique opportunity for your soul to reconnect with its true essence and, most importantly, with its spiritual mission. The loneliness that invades the hearts of the chosen comes with a profound message. It's time to look inside. Away from the distractions of the outside world, your soul finally finds the space and silence necessary to listen to the guidance of the divine. In this stillness, the answers you seek so much begin to emerge. The noise and chaos of the world outside lose strength, and the true journey, the one that is internal, reveals itself. This period of isolation is not accidental. It is intentional and necessary. But why does this happen? Why must the chosen face this loneliness? What most people don't realize is that the spiritual path requires moments of reflection, moments where the soul moves away from the noise of the world to be able to hear itself clearly. The divine speaks in silence. And it is in this silence that you will begin to understand what is really being asked of you. Chosen, ask yourself, am I being called to something greater, and am I resisting out of fear of loneliness? This fear is natural, but it is also temporary. Loneliness, as painful as it may seem at first, is actually the gateway to your true awakening. Think of it as a kind of spiritual rebirth. When a butterfly is ready to emerge from its cocoon, it first needs to go through a period of total isolation. At first, it can feel lonely and even overwhelming, but when she finally breaks out of the cocoon, she's ready to fly, stronger and more beautiful than ever. In the same way, you are in your own spiritual cocoon, being prepared for something much bigger. During these moments of solitude, your soul is undergoing profound transformation. It is necessary time so that you can heal wounds from the past, traumas that you may not have even known you were carrying, and align with your highest purpose. In the spiritual world, each phase of growth requires moments of introspection. The more you turn inward, the clearer the path in front of you becomes. Many chosen spend years trying to fill the void of loneliness with external things, superficial relationships, worldly distractions, jobs that don't resonate with their essence. But none of these paths bring the fulfillment that the soul truly seeks. The emptiness you feel, chosen one, is not a void to be feared, but rather a sacred space. It is the space that the divine has prepared so that you can finally listen to your own soul and the directions it wants to give you. During this journey of solitude, internal questions begin to emerge more strongly. Why am I here? What is my true purpose? What does the universe want from me? These are questions that many avoid, but you, as the chosen, are called to face them head-on. And the answers are not out there, in someone else or in some future event. The answers are inside you, waiting for the right moment to emerge. It's important to remember, chosen one, that loneliness is not just an emotional experience. It is also a spiritual experience. The universe isolates you not to punish you but to prepare you, so that you can cleanse yourself from external influences, heal from the inside out, and be ready to welcome the next step in your spiritual journey. This preparation is essential. Imagine that you are being shaped like a clay vessel in the hands of a great potter. Each moment of solitude is like the potter adjusting and refining your form, preparing you to be the vessel that will contain divine light. Without this refinement process, the vase would be unfinished, unable to support what is to come. Chosen, no matter how painful isolation may be at first, trust the process. Understand that this loneliness is temporary, and that it is preparing your soul for what is to come. You are being strengthened, purified, and prepared for a much bigger role than you can see at the moment. And when this phase of loneliness is over, you will be ready to emerge with new clarity, new strength, and new purpose. Have you ever wondered if the isolation you are experiencing now is part of a larger transformation process? This question is crucial, Chosen One, as it challenges you to see loneliness not as a weakness, but as part of a divine plan. Comment here if this idea resonated with you. Share your experiences of loneliness, because by sharing, you not only release the energy trapped within yourself, but you also inspire others who may be going through the same process. Chosen One, remember, your loneliness is temporary. It is not the final destination, but rather a necessary phase for your growth. When you go through this transformation process, the universe will open doors and bring you people, situations, and opportunities that are in perfect tune with your new frequency. You are not alone on this journey. Many chosen have gone through or are going through this same loneliness, and by sharing their stories, you will realize that this phase is a preparation for something great that is about to happen. Trust in divine timing. What is coming will be infinitely greater than anything you have imagined. Comment if this idea touched your heart. If you feel like you are being called to something greater but are resisting isolation, understand that this resistance is part of the process. But the more you surrender to solitude as a sacred space of healing and transformation, the sooner you will align with your true purpose. For challenges in relationships, when imbalance suppresses the soul. One of the biggest challenges for the chosen is maintain balanced relationships. This occurs because your soul, when vibrating at a high frequency, emanates light, truth, and authenticity. You become a natural energy giver, constantly radiating his spiritual strength to those around him. This gift you have of enlightening and healing others is, without a doubt, a divine blessing. However, this ability to give so much of yourself, to offer your heart, your wisdom, and your energy, can often be exhausting, especially when the other side of the equation is not prepared to receive that depth. Chosen, you give yourself completely to relationships, hoping to find reciprocity, but often the opposite happens. You find yourself in situations where you are giving much more than you receive. And this can generate a profound imbalance that drains your vital energy. This feeling of emotional and spiritual exhaustion is common among the chosen, as not everyone is ready or willing to deal with the intensity of your light. And instead of nourishing you, many end up draining your energy, leaving you empty. This imbalance is not your fault. It is important that you understand this. Many simply do not have the ability to reciprocate the energy you offer, and this is not your fault. The reality is that your soul vibrates at a frequency that few people can match. You are at a high level of consciousness, and this can be challenging for those who are still navigating denser vibrations. These people may even want to accompany you, but they are often not prepared to offer the same level of dedication and depth. And that, chosen one, is okay. Not everyone is ready to walk alongside you. The universe constantly reminds you that it is not your responsibility to carry other people's burdens. Your mission is much greater than trying to balance energies that are not ready to receive what you have to offer. Often, the chosen feel trapped in unbalanced relationships for fear of being alone or because they believe they have an obligation to heal everyone around them. But that burden is not yours. You are not here to save everyone, nor to sacrifice yourself for others to the point of losing yourself. Remember, your role is to be light, yes, but without going out. Imbalance in relationships occurs when you try to maintain a connection that is constantly draining your energy without giving anything in return. This can come from friends, partners, family, and even coworkers. These relationships can be emotionally draining, and you may find yourself in a cycle of giving, where you are always giving more than you receive, always trying to balance a scale that simply cannot be balanced by you. Chosen, ask yourself, how many times have I felt emotionally drained after an interaction with someone? How many times have I realized that I was giving much more than I was getting in return? This is a deep and often painful but necessary reflection. It is not your responsibility to heal or save those who are not yet ready to heal. And that doesn't mean you should abandon everyone around you, but it does mean that you need to recognize when a relationship becomes toxic or unbalanced. It is important that you notice the signs and understand that your time, energy, and light are precious. You have the right to reserve your energy for those who are truly willing to walk alongside you, in a fair and reciprocal exchange. The pain of imbalance in relationships, it is one of the greatest challenges the chosen face, and can lead to deep fatigue, both physical and spiritual. Sometimes you may even wonder if there is something wrong with you, if you are doing something wrong by not being able to maintain certain relationships. But the truth is that the problem is not with you. What happens is that many are not yet ready to deal with the intensity and purity that you bring. These unbalanced relationships often create a vicious cycle. The more you give, the more the other side expects to receive without reciprocating, which leaves you increasingly drained and exhausted. This type of relationship can be disguised as friendship, love, or even a professional partnership. But deep down, it is a dynamic in which you are the one who gives the most, and the other only receives. And this dynamic is unsustainable in the long term. There comes a time when your spirit begins to feel the effects of this exhaustion, and the need to step away becomes evident. Chosen, the universe invites you to reevaluate your connections. Notice which people in your life energize and uplift you, and which ones leave you exhausted and overwhelmed. This doesn't mean you should cut ties immediately, but it's essential that you start paying attention to these signs. If your energy is constantly being drained, it may be time to question whether that relationship still makes sense on your spiritual journey. Have you ever felt drained when being in relationships where you give much more than you receive? If yes, comment below. You are not alone. This is an experience that many chosen face on their journey. And know that every step you take, even the most difficult ones, is taking you to a place of greater balance and harmony. The universe wants you to learn to protect yourself, recognize your own light, and give wisely. Not everyone is ready to receive what you have to offer, and that's okay. What matters is that you recognize your value and know that the right people, those who will be ready to share this journey with you, will show up at the right time. Often, the chosen feel they need to stay in unbalanced relationships because they believe their mission is to enlighten and help everyone. But the real teaching here is discernment. The universe asks you to learn to differentiate when it is time to help and when it is time to withdraw. Your light is not infinite if you don't know how to recharge it. And these unbalanced relationships, where you just give without receiving, can be real energy thieves. Therefore, chosen one, the journey is one of balance. Learn to discern where your energy is truly being welcomed, and where it is being sucked away. Not everyone who crosses your path is ready to walk alongside you. And that's okay. What matters is that you continue to move forward, honoring your light, your truth, and your mission. This journey can be exhausting, but every step you take is a valuable lesson that strengthens you for something much greater. 5. Energy sensitivity and refuge in solitude. As a chosen, your soul is extremely sensitive. You capture the emotions, thoughts, and energies of the people around you. This can often be a blessing, but it can also be a source of profound wear and tear. Your sensitivity is your gift, but also your greatest vulnerability. Chosen one, have you ever noticed how easy it is to absorb other people's negative energies? Like a sponge, you suck in what's around you, and if you're not careful, you can feel overwhelmed. This explains why you need moments of solitude. It's not just an emotional need, it is a spiritual necessity. These periods of solitude are essential for you to recharge and clear your energy. When you are alone, you reconnect with your own vibration, purify what is not yours, and realign with your divine purpose. Do you ever feel completely exhausted after being with certain people, as if they have drained you of all your energy? Share your experiences here. This space is for you, chosen one. Your journey may be lonely, but remember, you are not alone. Many of us are on this same journey. 6. Inner healing and alignment with divine purpose. Loneliness is the portal to healing. Time spent alone is not time wasted, chosen one. In fact, it is during these moments of isolation that true inner healing begins to happen. It's when the noise of the external world calms down that your soul finally finds the space it needs to deal with old traumas, emotional wounds, and marks from the past that you often didn't even know you carried. This is the process that solitude offers. A deep dive into yourself. A journey in which you confront the shadows that you need to transform in order to completely align yourself with the purpose that God has outlined for your life. As you delve into yourself, you begin to realize that the pains of the past, those that seemed insurmountable, begin to lose strength. It is as if, in the stillness of solitude, the soul has the opportunity to process, revisit, and release these traumas that have remained hidden for so long. The healing process is slow, but there is no true healing without patience. Every moment of pain you face in solitude, every tear you shed in silence, is actually a powerful step towards your transformation. Inner healing is like the breaking of invisible chains. Each hurt, each unhealed wound, acts like a chain that binds you to the past, preventing you from moving forward with lightness and freedom. While these chains keep you trapped, it's difficult to clearly hear the voice of the divine, which is always calling you to something greater. Imagine trying to walk with heavy chains attached to your feet. This is the emotional weight we often carry without realizing it. But as you heal, these chains break one by one, freeing space for God's light to enter and guide your steps. Chosen, inner healing is essential for you to align with your divine purpose. Without this healing, the scars of the past continue to interfere with your choices, your emotions, and even your vision of the future. These wounds act as filters through which you see the world, and until they are healed, you will continue to be trapped in cycles of pain, fear, and insecurity. But when you allow yourself to heal, when you truly delve into solitude with the intention of find and release these wounds, what emerges is a lighter, freer, and stronger version of yourself. Loneliness, therefore, is not a state of continuous suffering, but rather a process of rebirth. Think of it as a withdrawal phase, where you, like a seed planted in the ground, need time and darkness to germinate. Healing happens in the depths of the soul, where the external gaze cannot reach. Only you, on your internal journey, can feel and experience this transformation. And just like the seed, you eventually emerge from this loneliness with stronger roots, ready to blossom and fulfill your mission. Sometimes this inner healing requires you to revisit painful memories. This can be scary, for many of these memories have been repressed for so long. But what you need to understand, chosen one, is that healing does not come through denial or escape, but through acceptance. By accepting what happened, by accepting your pain and your scars, you take the first step towards true liberation. And this acceptance is an act of courage. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Have you ever felt that certain pains from your past are hindering your spiritual growth? That is a powerful reflection, chosen one. Often, our deepest wounds blind us to the true potential we carry. They keep us trapped in patterns of behavior that limit us and prevent us from moving forward. But by confronting these pains, by seeking healing, you make space within yourself for the new one to enter. And not just the new in terms of external experiences, but a new you, a version of you more connected with your purpose, more aligned with your divine essence. The healing process not only transforms your view of yourself, but also it completely changes the way you relate to the world around you. When you heal, you free yourself from the expectations and limiting beliefs that the past has built. You begin to see the world with new eyes, eyes that are no longer clouded by fear, pain, or resentment. And in doing so, you become a beacon of light for those who are still trapped in their own shadows. Chosen, when you heal, you not only transforms itself, but also transforms the environment around it. Your energy changes, your vibration rises, and those around you begin to feel this transformation. Often, your own healing becomes a catalyst for the healing of others. By healing your own wounds, you show others that healing is possible, that transformation is real, and that it is possible to overcome the past to live a life aligned with divine purpose. This is the true power of inner healing. It is not limited to you. When you heal yourself, you become a channel of healing for the world. Her journey inspires others to also begin to look within, to confront their own wounds, and to seek their own liberation. And in this way, the healing cycle continues, reverberating in everyone around you. Chosen, your healing is necessary to fulfill your mission. The universe is waiting for you to free yourself from these bonds, these scars, so that you can fully assume your role as a being of light. Don't underestimate the impact your healing will have on the world. When you align with your divine purpose, you become a beacon, guiding others who are still lost in the shadows. Comment here if this question resonated with you. Share your healing experiences, as by sharing you not only empower yourself but also inspire others to begin or continue their own healing journey. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. Every step you take towards your healing is a step towards fulfilling your greater purpose. And as you heal, you become a source of light and hope for those who are still searching for their own answers. 7. Isolation as preparation for something bigger. The phase of loneliness you are going through is a divine preparation. You are being trained, molded, and refined into something much greater than you can imagine. Every moment of silence, every tear, every doubt, all of it is making you stronger. You are being prepared for a much greater mission. What you see now as isolation, you will later understand as a time of growth and strengthening. The universe is preparing the ground for you to blossom into your true essence. Have you ever felt like your isolation is the universe's way of preparing you for something bigger? Chosen, comment here if this idea resonated with you. Your loneliness is not the end. It is just the beginning of a journey that will lead you to fulfill your divine purpose. The walk of the chosen. Chosen, solitude is a necessary step on your spiritual journey. It is in this time of isolation that you grow the most, connect the most with the divine, and understand the purpose of your life the most. Don't see this moment as a weakness, but as a phase of transformation. Remember, you are not alone. Many are living this journey alongside you, and together, we are proof that loneliness is just the prelude to something much bigger. If this message touched your heart, chosen one, know that you are not alone on this journey. There are many others walking this same road, seeking healing, purpose, and spiritual awakening. Share this message. It could be the first step to helping someone close to you who is also going through moments of loneliness, searching, or transformation. Send this video to that special person who may be in need of a word of light and a new perspective on their own journey. By sharing this message, you are expanding the current of healing and awakening. Don't underestimate the power of your actions. Every time you help someone see the light within themselves, you also strengthen your own spiritual path. Furthermore, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of the next videos, all created to guide, inspire, and strengthen you on this journey. Each new video will be an opportunity for reflection, growth, and connection with your divine essence. And finally, don't forget to leave your comment below. I accept the call of my soul if you feel you are ready to continue this divine journey with courage and an open heart. By declaring this, you are committing to your awakening, accepting the path that the universe has prepared for you. Let's walk this path of light together, chosen for something much greater.